She had me at 16 years old, and for the most part of our life, she was a single mother. My mother is someone who's very, very special to me. And I had this dream that, man, if I could just make it to the NFL, I could get my mother off of that double shift at Wendy's. Like, man, if I can make it to the NFL, me and my cousins, we won't have to miss meals.
So most nights, I'll be sitting there in the park and I'll be looking up at the lights. And I'll be envisioning myself doing things in the NFL, envisioning myself doing things for my community. And just as the lights would always go out, my mother, she would pull up and she would put the car in park. And I would say, Mom, if you don't mind, can you please sit back in your car? I have to do some extra drills. I have to go to the NFL. She would never have to work another day in your life. And I'll never forget my sophomore season. I finally made it to the point in my life where I felt as if everything in my life was lining up. My defensive backs coach, Larry Slade, came in the room. He said, Inky Johnson, I got some good news for you. And I said, Coach, what is it? He said, son, you're a projected top 30 draft pick. He said, all you have to do is play these next 10 football games. You're an automatic multimillionaire. I ran out of the room. I got on the phone. I called my mother and my grandmother. I said, listen. I said, after this season, we will never struggle. I said, we would never miss another meal.
And I come out my first game. And it's a little bit over 2 minutes left in the game. And the quarterback just so happens to drop back, and he releases the ball to a guy coming down my sideline. And my plan was to annihilate the guy, separate him from the ball in the game.
But at the point of contact, when I hit this guy, something different happened that had never happened to me before in my life. I hit him, and it seemed as if every breath in my body left. My body went completely limp. I fell to the ground. I blacked out.
My eyes open. My teammates ran over to me. They said, Ink, get up. Let's rock. Let's close it out. Let's go. I said, I can't. They said, what do you mean you can't? Man, we need you. I said, man, you don't get, there's a shot going from my neck to my toes. I can't feel anything. Doctors came running from the opposite side, and the lead doctor says, guys, get in here. We got to rush this kid back to emergency surgery. He's about to die.
This is when reality set in. It was me, my mother, my father in the room, and the doctors came in. They said, Inky Johnson, here's the deal. They said, son, we hate to tell you, but your arm, it would never be the same again. Your hand, it would never be the same again. Son, you can never play the game of football again.
And she said to him, one bad chapter doesn't define the book. She said, this is only the beginning for my son. He'll be fine. He's resilient. And I walked out of the hospital on the third day. If you were to strip Inky Johnson down to his core, the spirit, the mindset, the heart, the resilience, the dedication, and the commitment that you will find that lies on the inside of me is that of Ruby Lewis, which is my mother. And she probably gave me the greatest gift that one could give me. She believed in me.
And so I went back to school the next week after they had just saved my life. I was back in class. I had to learn how to write all over again. Had to learn how to walk all over again. Had to learn how to tie my shoe all over again. Had to learn how to bathe all over again. Had to learn how to live life all over again. Never one time did I say, let me go home. I need a break. In my last doctor visit, they came to me and they said, sorry, Inky Johnson, you will never be able to use this arm or hand again in your life. I said, no disrespect to you, doc, but I will use this arm and this hand every day for the rest of my life by the way that I live my life. Every day, I'm going to impact someone's life. Every day, I'm going to empower someone. Every day, I'm going to inspire someone. Every day, I'm going to encourage someone.
Because one day in your life, you will face something that's a lot tougher than you, and your strength and your drive and your commitment and your work ethic won't do it. You have to realize that it's something on the inside of you that's greater than anything that life can throw at you, and immediately I got it.
Every day I get up, I understand it's somebody in the free world that's looking at me to see if I'm going to keep going, and so I can't quit.
And I got told what commitment is. Commitment is staying true to what you said you would do long after the mood that you set it in has left. Meaning when I don't feel like doing what I said I'm going to do, I'm still going to get up and I'm still going to do it. One thing about it, character is not something that you're born with. Character is something that you get up every single day, you fight and you build it. And so when my life changed, not only did my football career end, I got a paralyzed right arm and hand behind me. Life changed overnight. But I was extremely grateful for it because the whole time I understood, Inky, there's another person on the inside that you have to tap into in order to get through one of the darkest, toughest, roughest moments of your life. But ultimately, Inky, Everything happens for a reason, and you have to understand you've been dealt this. You've been dealt this adversity, this opposition, and this challenge because somebody in the world needs to see you get through it so it can serve as a blessing to someone else.